Oh shit. We are live. Are we alive? Are we code blue? Oh wait, that's dead. I'm sorry.
Dark, stop streaming.
Why?
Code black.
Because I told you to.
Pick a number one.
So, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing today? Your boy is Player. We got HTHD and a bunch of other friends of ours at the UDR chat. Be sure to check them out. Be sure to check out the Striflix community Discord server as well.
Yay.
And subscribe if you're new around here. Turn on post notifications. We stream every Tuesday at 10:30, roughly around there.
So you're not supposed to stream the sauce.
You know what? Skill is not the sauce.
Bro, I'm talking to Dark.
You're talking to white.
Okay, there.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
All right. So real quick. So I want to go ahead and get into this really quickly.
Okay, stop.
Hey. We're gonna get into the topics. Okay, we're gonna jump in. We got one that kind of happened. Was it about a week ago?
Pretty much.
So yeah, about a couple weeks.
Week and a half.
Yeah, this YouTuber was involved with this whole driving incident, driving over this neighborhood. Was it late at night or in the morning?
It was late at night. It looks like really late at night, or really like midnight maybe. It's real dark, so I don't know.
I tell you what, if you got somebody, it looks like it. I would just be pissed off if somebody were to be driving like that in the middle of my neighborhood.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the story, and we'll have a little bit of a conversation afterwards, everybody. Let's make sure we be quiet so the whole stream can hear it. All right.
The car started up there, and the impact of the Tesla hitting it pushed it down here in front of my neighbor's driveway. Definitely kind of a hit for me, because kind of anybody who has a car long enough knows they're not just a thing anymore. You know, they're part of you. So
Jordan Hook is a musician living in Echo Park, Los Angeles, on Baxter Street, one of the steepest streets in the city. This week, he woke up to a flurry of text messages. His beloved 2009 Subaru was damaged when a Tesla went airborne at least 50 feet and catapulted into it. And what began as a stunt soon became national news.
Somebody took a Tesla and went flying over a hill.
Police are seeking witnesses to a shocking and illegal high-speed stunt performed in a Los Angeles neighborhood.
Neighbors captured video of the people in the Tesla getting out and jumping into a second Tesla to abandon the wreck.
Police are now offering a reward of up to $1,000 for the driver who witnesses told local media had a cat in the car with them and fled the scene.
yeah, I don't know. It's hard to see underneath that wheel well, but you can tell you can't even turn that wheel because.
Does the car turn on?
It won't. No, it won't turn on right now.
So, what do you think when you see that?
I mean, my stomach kind of drops. I just put like $4,500 in this last month on another engine to give it a second life. I've used this car to gig all over, and it's just my workhorse. And yeah, I wanted to give it a second life and then drop some money into it, and then to have this happen a couple weeks later is pretty unfortunate.
According to residents, the steep heights here were mostly quiet until a video from one of the internet's most notorious influencers put it on the map.
Street is terrifying. Look at holy
David Dobrik is a YouTuber who made Baxter Street the site of one of his hugely popular videos.
Susie. My hands are shaking. I was like so scared.
Dobrik used videos like this to build up a massive following online where shocking videos equals clicks and profit.
That's SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an amazing app that helps you buy tickets in literally the easiest way possible.
Since Dobrik's video, neighbors say Baxter Street has become a pilgrimage of sorts for some of LA's Tesla drivers. Alex Choi is a luxury car YouTuber with over 700,000 subscribers who is one of the many filming the recent crash. In his video that has almost 2 million views, Choi says that he went to Baxter Street because of Dobrik's video.
Bastard Street.
Oh. This car is the one that stopped that whole freaking 5,000-pound Tesla. The damage isn't that bad.
So is this
I mean, it's going to be a rear bumper, but other than that, I thought the back of this car was going to be totaled.
In a statement to CNN, Choi apologized to the residents of the street and said that the video was only shot for entertainment purposes.
You know, it's crazy how people do, crazy dangerous shit that just to get views on Instagram. You know, I think it really shows how sick the whole social media scene has become.
When you look at that video and you see that car launch up in the air, you're in like a Marvel movie, right? It's like it takes you out of reality, and it took me out of reality too. I was like, that's insane. But you know what happened is when the car hit the ground and then it hit my car and they go, oh, it crashed into a car, we hit a car. That's when my stomach dropped out, because that brought me back into this reality that now I don't have a car, I can't get to work, and I'm left with a bunch of questions. So yeah, it was a gnarly stunt, but also it was a gnarly aftermath.
All right.
That's interesting.
What y'all think?
Asshole.
I find it kind of funny, but like, R.I.P. Subaru.
Right.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Because,
Subaru.
like, the damage is so minimal for how hard it was most likely hit.
Yeah, true.
But,
I mean, for it to be a publicity stunt, I mean, I don't know why they're making it a big deal.
Well,
I mean,
probably because the guy.
dangerous.
I just feel bad for that guy who said he
Yeah,
what he
so-
said, like the $4,500 to put an engine in that car, and then a couple weeks later
It was
have it.
400. 400 to 500, not 4,000.
I heard 4,400, like 4,500.
I heard
Yeah.
440.
No.
To 500.
40. No, it was 4,400.
You're not gonna
Play
find a reliable
clip.
engine for
Play back the
$500.
clip. Roll it back. Roll it back.
The car stopped. The impact of.
Uh-oh.
Wait
I
a minute.
heard $440 to 500.
It was 440 to 500.
See, even
He
darker.
said, no, he said $4,500.
Yes. 44, 45.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Not,
Yeah.
You cannot buy an engine for $500 and it'd be good.
So then all that I'm
I
saying,
can't. Shit. It'll pretty much be scrap metal.
Probably
So,
some
like-
like minor upgrades, yeah. For like 500.
Yeah, but
from
he
small
completely
pieces.
replaced the engine. He completely replaced the engine.
okay, well then that must have been the CNN's fault, 'cause I was looking at the subtitles and it said 440 to
Oh
500.
yeah, the subtitles don't always go
Tired, though.
good. But like I said, I feel really bad for like that to happen to him, and a couple weeks later have the Tesla. That's
It really
Have the
does
Tesla
suck.
Smack the goofy out of it.
The way he was talking, it sounded like he planned to refix the car because he said it doesn't run yet.
Maybe he purposely destroyed it to get the insurance.
there it is. Yeah, there it
Maybe it
is.
was him driving.
He's trying to
cover
the insurance costs. Get 'em, starving musicians.
Insurance fraud be like,
Insurance fraud.
Oh no, I was hit by a car. Oh, what will I do
Oh
now?
my lord.
Do you survive or die?
I hope it's the second
you
option,
die inside, but you're still living.
unfortunately.
And also I got one topic that's also interesting.
What you got?
Not hydrogen powered cars. That's gonna wait. But the fact that Mary Jane has been federally decriminalized throughout America or the United States.
It
How do y'all
has.
feel about that?
When did
Yep,
that
they just
happen?
passed the bill. That happened.
A few days ago, I think.
Yeah, that happened quite recently, probably 2 or 3 days ago.
Damn, are you
Really?
serious?
Yeah, it's been decriminalized, so that means that you won't go to jail for it. And for people who has been incarcerated for any marijuana-related charges, gets expunged or some shit.
We get released.
Yeah,
Well,
it gets
yeah,
taken
and-
off the record.
Well, it's
the
unfortunate
record.
that their lives have already been ruined.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but not really. 'Cause so if you ever, so I actually know about this because I have some family that's gone through this process. If you get your record expunged, it's as if you never had a criminal record.
Yeah.
That means
That
you
is
can,
true.
but
you can
they've
go
already
in.
been fired from their jobs. You know, they.
Right, they've been fired from their jobs, but now they can get a gun again. Now they can go do all this stuff that they're not really allowed to do when they have certain stuff
Yes,
on their record.
but the thing is, right? They don't have a job, right? They most likely don't have a home anymore. All of their stuff has been pawned off and sold. You know.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
technically, now they can sue to get all that stuff back.
At that point, I mean, your life has been taken away from you.
But could they really? Because at the time, it was illegal.
Yeah,
And you also got to think about
different age and time, because
Exactly.
if the bill has been passed already, then that means that it could be in the process of everybody's record may get expunged or just get taken off altogether.
See, because like here's how I think about this right here. Okay, so like if I would like if that law was like coming into place, right? Like it was already in the process of being signed, and someone got charged for it and lost everything, and that would be, I mean, like it would suck. It really, that'd be like really bad. I would try to sue at that point. But like if you're thinking about like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, right, when it was all it's all still illegal in that sense federally. Like you can't, and then it all of a sudden becomes legal, and you've already lost everything. At that point, it doesn't matter anymore because you did it whenever it was illegal. It was still outlawed.
Well, it's up to the ex-con or the new member of society, or returning member of society, I should add, for them to make the better decisions. Because even distribution, that can still be serious on its own. That's still serious on its own.
Mm-hmm.
But what I find crazy about people with, marijuana related charges, they can't even get a house. Like you can't even apply to get an apartment, but a pedophile can. Like those charges are a lot more serious compared to being a pedophile.
Which
they'll let somebody move in. They'll let somebody, literally somebody who's sick in the head, that'll touch your child, touch your little girl, boy, whatever you got, and still be allowed to live near them compared to a drug dealer.
Right, and that's fucked up right there.
That really is.
Actually, I think if you're do have a pedophilia like charge against you, you're like not allowed near like certain neighborhoods that might have.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about in comparison because obviously you're not allowed around any schools, but there's no special housing that they have for drug dealers because no tenant, no landlord's going to want a drug dealer in there.
Right. However, you do. I mean, like I still don't understand why that's like why they restrict drug dealers from doing it. Like, because I know like pedophiles, even if they live somewhere far away from the school, their neighbors have to know that they're a pedophile. Like it's legally required for them to tell them.
Yeah, they're a sex offender.
The state of Florida has asked us to disclose our sexual crimes to you. We were bad, but now we're good. We're moving into your neighborhood.
Oh my God. All right.
Where did you hear that?
Oh, he made it.
It's a song.
Wait, did you make that?
I didn't make the sex offender shuffle. I wish.
Yeah. For reasons he's not legally obligated to tell us.
Yeah, for reasons I'm not legally obligated to say. I do wish
He pleads he pleads the 17th.
That's I plead the 5th.
I played your mother.
We have nobody in chat.
Well, until we get chat members. So, hydrogen-powered cars. Skill, what you think?
What I think is that they were a good idea, but the first time that they got implemented, they were just implemented at the wrong time. Because that's when that's when electric cars started to get their boom, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody wanted to see electric cars hit the streets, and electric cars are kind of just better than hydrogen-powered cars. So they kind of stole the spotlight.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, it's a lot more. You can get electricity almost any fucking where. Plug it into your house, and you can get your car all charged up, and you're ready to go. Compared to going to a special company or wherever you have to go to get a hydrogen tank or cartridge.
Oh, well, I mean, they're most common in California. There are still hydrogen pumps out there.
But that's the downside about electric cars, because where I live, there's like no one here, and there is like from time to time I do see electric cars. There is like nowhere to charge other than where you live, near like within the radius of my house, where you can just stop and charge your car if it's almost dead.
Yeah.
But there is a shop down the street from my house that
also,
you can
not
just buy
only
hydrogen tanks.
Not only was the electric, it was the hydrogen car implemented at the wrong time, but its cost was a hell of a lot more than any electric vehicle.
Yes, it is, and it's
In
what is it,
to
like
install one of
$100?
those pumps. No, it's $2 million to install a pump, and then $80 to get your tanks refilled.
Holy shit! I didn't know that.
Now, but here's the thing, right? When it comes to electric vehicles, I want to touch on this topic that we just talked about earlier. When it comes to like being a charging station within, you know, however many miles of your house. Well, the thing is, if you you actually get the Tesla power station for your car to install into your house, like at that point, you're gonna have, you know, however many miles on that Tesla all the time, because as long as you plug in that Tesla when you get home every day or every night, you're good to go.
Yeah, but then you have to think about your electricity bill.
Your electricity bill will probably go about $7.
It's not a whole lot.
Charge your car.
Yeah, charge a car. It's not a whole lot of money to charge your car.
Compared to a TV, because look, compared to the lights you have on your TV and the washer and dryer and stove, oven, all that shit, your car is gonna be minimum because you charge that bitch at night.
You know how much it'll cost you from 0 to 100? About maybe $8 to fill your car up, or charge your car all the way up from a supercharger. And I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm guaranteeing you're not gonna drive your car 240 miles every day.
Not it.
I believe like electric vehicles, even before low gas prices with Donald Trump, were still cheaper to drive as of like cost of electricity.
It is still going to be way cheaper than paying gas prices.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm not sure. It depends on where you are, though. Some countries, it's actually more expensive to drive electric vehicles, maybe. Not sure, but I can highly doubt that.
This one's a piece of shit. Yo, I'm lagging. I can't even see. My bad. I'm getting off topic.
It's all right.
But for me, I think hydrogen-powered cars were a really good idea. It's just that they weren't very cost-effective, and their spotlight got stolen by electric vehicles.
Oh yeah, they were definitely, you know, blindsided and.
I think they can still make a comeback if they can do it right. If they can go back to the drawing board. Yeah, go back.
I mean, So the reason that there are hydrogen pumps out is because there are hydrogen-powered vehicles that you can buy the day. They actually have pretty good. They actually have like a maximum range of around 400 miles, I think, which isn't bad.
400 miles.
In a hydrogen car, yeah, with 3 tanks in it.
Even the Teslas nowadays, I think what is the highest is like 390.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the model you get.
Oh, there.
Well, because they have like they even have special rims that on like the long range models and the normal give you more mileage.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, it's not really the rims. It's actually the braking. Regenerative braking is what it's called. Basically, when you brake.
I was on the Tesla site earlier. There is a special rim package that you can get. It literally costs nothing and it gives you more range.
They don't understand
aerodynamics. Because it's less drag because it's not spokes. It's like a flat.
What do you? Okay.
A flat piece.
I have a topic here. Do you think they will ban all use and sale of combustion vehicles, including the ban?
They're not going to ban
the sale of gas.
So
I highly doubt that.
So from what I've heard, the state of California wants to ban the sale of all combustion vehicles in any dealership by around 2030, I think.
Ain't gonna happen.
I think it will.
I mean,
genuinely think.
Trust me, it'll happen.
I mean, then again, it is California. I forgot because they banned the use of guns. So
you get away with everything in California.
Yeah,
I'll shut up. Say it. That's a liberalist state right there.
That's why
I mean, you're not wrong. There is a lot of stuff you can get away with down there.
I mean, if you can't carry a gun in a state that has a lot of gang activity, man, then I ain't staying there.
What's the point of living there?
Well, here's the worst part about it. Here's the worst part about it. They ban guns, but do you see the people that aren't supposed to have guns saying, "Okay, I'm gonna put it down"?
Exactly.
Nope.
It's the gun control. The gun control that they think they have is the lack of control. Because the only reason that our country cannot be penetrated as effectively as other countries, because a Japanese general once said, for every blade of grass, there's also one rifle with each American. So that quote right there will stick with you. and that's why it's hard for us to be invaded.
You know, I mean, I feel like you made that up on the spot.
I mean, okay,
you can look at
I understand the quote, but there might be other strategies to the United States, and you guys are hell bent on sticking with guns. What happens if they use guns against yourself? Like, say, for example, a civil war. But against yourself, not against the government.
Well, it doesn't matter. Well, you see, you gotta understand.
Well,
if you gotta understand, you gotta choose the lesser of two evils. Okay.
I'm getting a call.
Even if we get a civil war, that's just gonna be a blood-filled battle. Okay, and it's just gonna happen.
It will.
But we're not gonna go into a civil war because right now we're going smart against stupid.
I guess.
I got him.
We are.
Nice.
It is smart against stupid. And I mean, like I said, that's going to get a lot of hate just right there, just saying that comment. But it's really what it is.
It's all right.
No, it's explain though.
That's your opinion. That's your.
Well, okay. Well, let's see.
I also have another. I think.
Hold
I have
on. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So.
Hey, wait, shush. Wait, hang on. Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You
Go ahead.
All right. So. In reality, like right now, I want someone to give me a reason. Why would America go into a civil war with each other?
I think it'll be the division in
tension.
politics. I don't know about racial tension, man. I feel like it'll happen between more of a politic thing, because some people take this shit way too seriously. Just like the insurrection bullshit.
But my problem is, the thing is, I don't think there's enough people on left and right side to cause a civil war.
I just don't think it's worth to get worked up about shit unless somebody's dying.
I feel like if anything, if any type of quote unquote civil war happens, it'll be America versus the government.
Yeah, the people
Think
versus
about it
the
like
government.
this, right?
I don't.
The military is not sworn in to protect the president; they're sworn in to protect the Constitution.
Exactly.
And if we're on the side of the Constitution, it'll be the military versus the government.
And that's exactly what it is, and that's what it will be. And
Could I put my opinion down?
Yes.
So I kind of think the reason why they've been messing around with like gun control and stuff like that is because the less amount of guns you have to defend yourself. Because remember when Joe Biden, he's been bringing in all the their random immigrants in the middle of the night, technically illegally into his own country. It's a bit of a conspiracy theory, so dub me the tinfoil hat. But I believe that it could be a way to give more government control when they take your safety and your defense, which is your guns to defend yourself. They take that away, and then you're fully dependent on the government for all sorts of safety. Because now there's gangs, criminals running around, and who are you going to go for help? Well, you can't help yourself, so you gotta go to the police or something like that.
It
and the government has control over you.
It sucks because Second Amendment, they can't exactly get rid of
can't,
that.
yeah.
No, they can't. But let me touch on what Wolf said really quickly before I forget about this. Okay, Wolf is actually on the right page. That's exactly what everyone is so. That's why America is so upheld by that, because number one, they stick with their constitutional rights, and they want the Second Amendment, like Aftermarket said. Well, again, to add on what you said, the whole government control thing. Like not only do we have to go to them for the safety of ourselves and each other, but that also means they have more control over us. You know, they can't just with us right now. They can't just put somebody on the corner and be like, okay, now I got a gun, I'm gonna threaten you. No, because everyone on the block has a rifle too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
but when
every
they take
blade
your
of grass.
rifles away, what are you gonna do? You know, you're gonna be forced to go to the government for help.
And do you think that we're gonna give it up? Do you think that we're gonna give our rifles up?
Rifle for every blade of grass.
Not really. I don't think you guys will.
No, that's what would cause a civil war right there.
But you guys thinking that the Constitution does defend your right to firearms, but the government has been breaking the Constitution in many different areas. I could specify, but especially like the Joe Biden thing, bringing in illegal immigrants. I'm pretty sure that's against like some sort of.
Well,
I'm Canadian, by the way, but
I
believe that's something illegal.
Let me text on that as well. I understand. Well, if I did tell you this before, I understand that the Constitution. I mean, it's a piece of paper with words on it. Okay.
Yes.
I understand that, but that doesn't mean that doesn't change the fact that there are written laws that the government is supposed to abide by, and once the American people decide to finally wake the fuck up, we can stand up for that.
Yep.
The government is, some people say, is slowly getting rid of or confining what the
I
Bill of
have
Rights even says.
one closing message. I do kind of fear over people especially with how the government's been doing, is that people tend to isolate themselves, or the citizenry, they tend to isolate themselves from the government, more or less. But the whole reason why the government exists is to defend and to make their people as best as they can as best as they can get them to become. You know what I mean? They serve the people. The government governs its people and serves its people to the best of its ability.
It's what they're supposed to be doing, right?
That's what they're supposed to be doing.
There's a YouTube channel that you guys should watch for like corrupt officials and all that. It's called Audit the Audit.
Oh yes, that's a good channel. I don't think it's not corrupt officials. It's more like officers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's police. Yeah,
police officers.
Yeah, that was
they
a fun
try to
channel.
they try to do stuff, but like they're wearing cameras on their bodies, and then like they don't take into account that people have dash cams in their cars, like, or hidden cameras inside their own cars. Like, come on, you really think we're not going to use it against you?
That's also one that goes into one topic, is that professionalism in the police, or the way they deal with certain police encounters. Like, I personally think that with police allowed to get away with, this is completely unacceptable.
You know what?
Know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like, there should be more rules against the police that stops them from, abusing this sort of power.
Yeah.
They're like, they should just. If I was a boss, like if I was a police chief, and I saw him doing any of that stuff to get himself on audit the audit, get your ass out of my police force.
Right,
So,
and then if you think about it too, Wolf, especially in the United States,
also corruption.
It's not that hard to become a police officer in the U.S.
No, you can have a criminal record and still become a police officer too.
I heard it's a lot easier.
Yeah, but you have to go through more training than what you would regularly do if you didn't have a criminal record.
Yes, right. But you can still become an officer, and that also leads me into
morally screwed up if you could become an officer after having a criminal record.
But you gotta understand
like a criminal record.
All right,
some drug dealing,
what I'm trying to say, quick, because that also kind of brings me to a different, a similar topic, right? It's about the police officers. Think about how much the police officers are getting paid.
They don't get paid too much.
They don't get paid shit.
And that's not good, especially after defund the police was not good. So
well, yeah, but and I have to stop and sit in there. I stopped and sat there and thought about that for a second, okay? And I was thinking of that. I was comparing it to, like, say a YouTuber or a social media influencer, right? Can go out, sit on his butt, like we're doing now, and do a stream, and there's people out there making millions off of it, right? But then you got these officers going out and risking their lives to save and to protect other people, and they get paid dog shit. And the reason why I bring that up, right, is because the people are sitting there saying, okay, why don't these officers get paid more? Why don't these officers get paid more? Well, you got to sit there and think about it as well, okay? These officers, it's not really that hard for them to become a police officer, number one. Number two, you want an officer to be sworn in to do their job, not to come and do their job.
To uphold their ego.
Yeah, and not to come and get the job just to make a big buck. So, like, imagine how much more corruption would be in the police force if you raise their wages higher, right?
Well, that's not the only thing you could fix that.
Well, I mean, no, but, like, understand this. Let me finish real quick, okay? Like say an officer, like, and this is total, like, theoretical, okay? Totally theoretical right here.
Although I like your point, though, Hagen. It's a good point.
So say you raised an officer to be getting paid maybe $150,000 to $200,000 a year, right?
Yeah, that's a bit much.
That's a big much. Now, if an officer goes to become a police officer, they're not going to go to become a police officer to make sure that he's swearing in to protect the American citizens or to protect the citizens of his city, right? He's going to go to make a paycheck, and he's going to do whatever he can to get away with that. And that means he's not really going to focus on his job. He's not going to be as dedicated. He's just going to bring in people who just want the money.
How about benefits? Certain
The
benefits that
money's
you
for
could
real
get.
all evil.
Certain benefits to certain health benefits or certain mental health benefits. Certain things that you can get as a police officer that would help you do your job better, or
Right, and-
help you be a healthier and better understanding individual.
And see, that would make
you know?
sense with what you just said about mental health. Like officers in the field, there's a lot of officers that see a lot of traumatic stuff, like people getting shot and killed.
Man, I feel bad for those officers, honestly.
Those mental health, like that would help them a lot.
I mean, I can't really stand with people saying, screw the police, all the time. It's just, they're people too. They have to do their job. They have so many problems with themselves too,
They're
and it's
just
not
doing what
easy.
they can to
Yeah,
do.
just imagine,
Just like
as
the
a police officer, you have to go in somebody's house to save someone. But what happens when you open that door? You could get your face blown off by somebody with a shotgun.
And that's a
that can
big
be very
topic.
scary.
That's a big
So-
topic too, because like everyone wants to categorize every police officer because of one bad egg in the officer group. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can't do that. Like, yes, there's gonna be corrupt officers, just like there's corrupt YouTubers, just like there's corrupt doctors. Like there's so many corrupt people in every single field.
Like Minilad. Minilad, for example, or a doctor. That was a real doctor.
So like, I mean, like you can't put every single officer and say you hate every police officer when they're not all doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, I just wish the police would get their, more benefits and, let's say, reshape the police. Because, you've ever heard of that quote, adapt or die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to adapt to new changes, otherwise you die.
Yeah, because if the humans are the most adaptable animals on the planet.
Yeah.
And that's and if you don't adapt, then you're pretty much fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we can live pretty much any damn where.
Yeah,
we could just make clothes from our hands, and we can make shelter. We can live anywhere.
I mean, just look at how advanced we are, dude. Like, we're sitting in front of a computer monitor, streaming with the internet that we created as a human race.
And also think about this. There's this difference in skin tone results in how much sun you can take in, which is pretty cool. Because our creator above.
People who can burn really easily.
Yeah,
you got people who can tan.
Yeah, and you got
I have really fair skin. I can't be.
You got people who can tan, and you got people who are dark skinned. You got all kinds of shades.
You got people like me who just get fried in the sun.
Right.
Yeah, I get
I'm
fried.
an evening person, so I'll come out.
20
in the
minutes
evenings.
out in the sun, I'm red.
And you know what? Sunscreen don't even do nothing for me half the time.
You just gotta go a higher FPS.
Yeah.
Whatever the heck that means.
No, you gotta
Well,
go.
let's see,
I think the best. I
okay,
think the great sweet spot. I think is like between 30 and 50 FPS. You don't want to go any higher than that.
FPS 5000.
FPS, there it is.
FPS.
Oh shit!
What you got?
Yo, there's cops on my ass.
Where are you at? I can come help you.
I thought we said keep the game
like
check.
I have
Hold
no
on, hold on. Just keep driving. Just
Man,
keep driving.
I've been enjoying. I've been enjoying Wolf's Cruise while we're doing this.
Yeah, me too.
See,
I have y'all stream pulled up on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm the only viewer.
I did have it pulled up.
You haven't commented on nothing.
I'm cruising here. How's the chat going though? Is anyone talking
Chat's
shit?
dead. Chat's dead.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's fine. We can.
The only
still got topics.
the only commenters in our stream right now.
Also, gun violence. What's your opinion on it?
I'm playing a game about gun
Gun.
violence.
I would say I'm pro gun control, but not anti-gun.
Gang
So-
violence.
Anti-gun is
You know what? I
stirring
like
up
that.
a bunch of
that's
trouble.
just-
Yes.
I like
Because-
that. I actually like that. You know what? Gun control, but not anti-gun. Okay, I like that.
See,
What?
Wolf,
Because, okay, let me tell you.
Wolf,
Let me tell you.
yeah,
a story.
Wolf told me this. I'll let him go ahead and.
I was told a story. Okay, so I had a really bad dream one night, and I before that dream, I've always been about anti-gun because I never saw the use of guns properly. So then I realized when I had that dream, when someone broke into my house in that dream, there was nothing I could do physically to this person, and I realized, well, since I'm a small person, you know what I mean, and since can be very defenseless, if someone, say for example, someone the size of a basketball player tries to jump through my window, I'm pretty much dead without a gun. You know what I mean? So
Damn.
that's what I
Small
realized.
person,
You know,
big caliber weapon.
Anybody out there decided to
I
buy
don't
small
think
players
using
could hit the window?
automatics, you know, or high magazine weapons are
See, we
kind
can't-
of good for civilization because we're a modern civilization, people. Like, we don't need to be barbarians carrying around battle axes. You know what I mean? So, you know, cut
Yeah,
people's
we're not
heads off.
Nordic.
Hey,
we're not
D&D
Nordic.
I want a
people
trench
be out
shotgun.
there.
No offense to you people, although that's
You
one thing.
people. Us
No,
Americans.
no offense to you Americans. all
I
right?
take offense to that,
But-
you racist.
I know us Americans, you dickhead.
Bro, I want a flamethrower.
But I think having something like, you know, handguns or maybe a rifle or something like that has, you know, semi-automatic with semi-automatic and like a 10 size or 20 size magazine, something around there. Like kind of like the Canadian gun laws that we do is we don't have any automatics and nothing over 10 size mag, and that's good enough for self-defense or hunting. You know, and that's what we do here.
Hey, real quick,
Honestly,
I want to go ahead and put a pause real quick. I want to say, hey, Jesse, how you doing?
Hey, Jess.
Yeah, I had to tell.
Yeah,
I, had to
I knew
tell
he
him
joined the
we
chat.
were-
Surviving.
So.
Look at that
So,
bald head.
I had to tell him we were streaming because ain't y'all motherfuckers was gonna do it.
I did do it.
Yeah,
You told me
until
you were
now.
going to.
No, I told him. I told you we were about to stream. Get up in here. You didn't listen.
I'm just eating my
Anyway.
spicy ramen noodles.
Continue, Wolf.
Okay.
Continue, Wolf.
But yeah, But I think you did have a counterpoint for my argument about guns because you guys in the United States use guns as a way to, you know, I wouldn't say threaten. That's a bit of a not of a great word to say, but you know, it's kind of to, I would just say, don't encourage the government to, you know, control you. You know what I mean? As much.
Yeah, like
Just
you know,
you use guns
here,
to protect yourself.
I'll go ahead and I'll
Yeah.
go and revisit my point so that everybody knows it. Okay, like. Right, we don't carry fully automatic weapons. Okay, that's just not.
No.
We don't
I mean,
have
that's
access
illegal.
to those. That's
You
illegal.
would
Most of us don't.
You would have to get like a special license or something.
Yes, there is. You can get a
have it.
special.
I think it's a class 5.
I mean, most of y'all
a class
usual.
3 to
I
have
mean,
an automatic.
most of
And-
the usual gang violencers
But
will
yes,
be carrying around. Like,
I'll tell you
Yes, they
this.
will.
I'll tell you this. If you come into my house, you're gonna get fucked up because we do have M4s and M16s, like AR-15s, scattered. Not M16s, but M4s and AR-15s. We have like a couple of them sitting around our house.
it's Candyland in his house.
Like,
Just know, come in the house if you want to.
but
man.
understand, it's not an automatic.
Nobody
It's,
uninvited.
but remember, it's a semi-automatic, not an automatic.
It's not an invite. I'm just saying, just come in here if you want to.
It's not an invite.
I mean, if I know y'all, yeah, come on in.
Discretion.
Yeah, viewer discretion is advised.
At your own
Yeah,
risk.
your discretion is
Enter at your own
advised.
risk.
That's what my friends are like. It's like, oh yeah, if
I
you
mean,
want to come or
that is
come,
for
don't
your
even
home
bother knocking.
defense. So,
Just
which is
if you
that's
come
your
in my
thing.
house and you don't see something you don't like, just come in at your own discretion.
Yeah,
But it really depends on where you're from, I guess. So.
I mean,
Oh,
if you're
yeah,
from the
of course.
south, if you're from the dirty South, you know everybody carrying some heat. That's why everybody respect one another.
Yeah, I've been down to the south, and I
Either
realize, yeah, a lot of people do.
Either
carry
that
guns,
or
I
they're
guess,
nervous. But
If
either
you're
way,
in
it's
the
all
South
respect.
and you don't own at least one weapon, then you're considered stupid and crazy.
Yeah, you're considered a Yankee.
Considered a Yankee.
Oh, way down south on the land of traitors.
How do you go in third person again?
That's a good song.
It is. That
Yeah,
is
I
a good
got
song.
you. I
The
got you.
remix
Here,
is also
here.
really
Let me show you a clip.
Is it
Okay.
racist
Hold
or
on. Wait,
something,
hold
or-
on. No. Let me show you all a clip. Okay. I'm gonna show you all a clip. All right. From a show that kind of puts America puts a better glimpse of America here. Right? You ready?
America, the land of diabetes.
All right. Hold on.
murder.
All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Everyone,
Diabetes.
everybody, hop on the stream and get ready. You ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Yep, I'm looking.
We got a plan.
No, he's not looking. He's a
Yeah,
liar.
I'm
All right.
watching.
Here we go. Here we go.
The bathroom with the second gun rack in the
Right.
bathroom.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Why
Might
is
just
it
switch that
white?
to- Hold on.
Remodeling.
Go back. Here we go.
The bathroom with the second gun rack in the bathroom.
It's not playing. It's not the full video. Hold on. But yeah, basically, it's a clip from a show. Okay, I won't be able to show it to y'all, but it's a clip from a show. It's The Ranch, right? And it says, "What are you gonna do if somebody comes and try to invade?" It's like, I'll just go to the gun rack. I'll go to the gun rack in the bathroom, or the second gun rack in the bathroom, or the gun rack in the kitchen. You know, basically to reiterate the fact that there's guns everywhere in the guy's house.
Yeah.
Clearly.
That's pretty much how it is almost everywhere else. I mean, my house, no, our guns are locked up in a safe, except for except for our concealed carries. Those are not. Those are by us.
I just have my weapon underneath my mattress.
Well, yeah. See, you got those, and you got that too. Like, not everyone puts them in a safe and locks them up because some people have common sense and understands. Well, you know, if a criminal breaks into your house, you're not going to be sitting there putting in a code to open a safe to get your gun out.
I have a topic.
Plus, if someone has me at gunpoint in my room, and they want to know if I have any weapons, what are they gonna do? Move my fat ass off the bed, just grab it?
They will.
Right.
They'll.
I just hope they don't gun us down, you know, before, like, in the process. That's why you got to be on your 10
First,
toes.
ask questions later.
But yeah. Anyway, that's.
I have a topic. Okay.
What you got?
Okay, so I have a topic, and I might be a little out of touch here. I'm not sure how out of touch that I am, but to me, I feel like I've heard a lot of things about, you know, between Canadians and Americans and how we think of Americans. And I mean, like, you guys do things a lot different in the United States. And some of the Canadians, I don't know how to explain it. Well, come back to it later if you have any other topics. I got to think it through thoroughly more. So.
Yeah, you might want to
Just
feel
most
me.
people in America are either insane or stupid. We're
Not
sure
really.
Or fat.
So, but
calling
I don't
me
know.
out, boy.
Oh yeah, so I don't know. I've heard some stuff from a lot of people, or some Canadians from here, just from online.
Average American body weight.
Is that, you know, the United States, they don't really care too much about the United States. But one thing is that you have to kind of care about is that we rely off of you guys economically, and if you guys are screwed over, we're screwed over too. And it's like, you can't really say, you know what, oh, screw the United States, you know, it's a bad country.
Bro,
It's
I'm
like,
about to
well,
get my soundboard up in this shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
see, Wolf.
you gotta help them out. Give them good encouragement. Give them good advice, and show them the right way.
And that's the
to
problem.
Make a good society.
People don't understand that. People don't understand this. They don't see it. There's a lot more Americans that actually care about America and care about what they're going through and where they're at, and would support America than that meets the eye. Because
it's just the ones that don't give a damn that gets their opinion voiced out.
Exactly. You always see the people that don't care. You're seeing the retarded, you know, the people that have these opinions and the lack of care of the United States because it matches the agenda.
Because that's all that social media.
I think it's like an element of
I
think it might be an element of resentment towards, you know, I guess, not agreeing with the system or being raised a certain way where, you know, they can't, like, understand.
But
take the time to understand, you know what I mean?
If
like,
you take the
this
time to do
country's
the
important.
research,
we can't really say fuck off, you
and
know.
if you take the time to do the research, you will find just as many videos. For every video that you've seen or every comment that you've seen making a negative comment to America, you can find a video or a comment with a positive one. It's just it's not on the surface. You're not gonna find it just scrolling through a timeline.
Yeah,
it's always at the top.
But then you also got like those TV shows on like that show the stupid side of America.
Exactly.
Which
like,
those shows they're not always
all that.
true. And I believed a lot of the I have another
Y'all love
good
the TV show
topic.
Ridiculous?
I'm going to take the show away with topics here. Regulations on the media and the possibility that it could be blocked by the Constitution, because, you know, freedom of the press and free speech can't be suppressed because the Constitution doesn't allow it. But unfortunately, with the media does not really have that much regulation and exerts a lot of control over, you know, America, Canada, and many other democratic countries and non-democratic
most
countries.
social media platforms isn't just for Americans, so they also have to regulate it because other parts of the world also use those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
if it was such like yes, you got Twitter, you got YouTube. YouTube especially was, you know, created in the United States, but whether or not, I mean, so, you know, theoretically, you would think it's created in the United States. Okay, so it's gonna have to follow United States rules. No, it's not how it works because, well, it's global.
It's global. It has to follow laws in different
It's
countries.
the internet. It deals with everywhere.
But at the same time, it's like you know, like what, like stuff like CNN and stuff like that. Like when I was younger, I believed like a lot of the liberal media that was talking about Donald Trump. And I actually, a lot of people that I talked to, we all thought Donald Trump was gonna like end the world if he got voted in.
Yeah.
Like we were that dumb. And it's like it was the media that was telling us all this information. You were believing it all.
Really quickly, before we move on too far from the topic, I do want to point out, just to understand, when say Google, right, for YouTube. When YouTube was created, it was an owned business, right?
Yep.
It is no longer an owned business. YouTube itself with Google is its own entity. Okay, so it's not owned by anybody. It's owned by the people. It's owned by its shareholders.
Which can be good or bad in a sense.
Yeah. So anybody who owns a share of that company owns Google. So if you go and buy a share of Google, you own a small part of that company. So and keep in mind that there's people all the way around the world that hold that share. So it's no longer I mean, yes, it came about in the United States, but it's no longer a U.S. based company completely. I mean, it is. Like, I mean, its base of operation is in like San Francisco, but I mean, like,
I'm just saying, like U.S. news media and not all of social media. I think social media does need, and Google and stuff like that, they definitely do need regulation. So, but I mean, with any new technology, it kind of goes unregulated. With anything new, does go unregulated, I've heard throughout history, and then when people become more intelligent and more knowledgeable of that technology, the regulations get placed over time to restrict what they can do.
There is one thing I do believe though, and this is really this is a big deal. Okay, here's the problem. Okay, you can't use social media as that. And this is the biggest problem. They're using social media as they're trying to turn it into a news outlet. You can't use a social media platform as a news outlet. It's just not going to work.
But you do find more. You will find like more realistic stuff on social media than you will on the actual news, because the news covers like 95% of the real story up.
But 95% of those real stories are tipped into their balance because they try to use manipulative arguments to bait viewers and whatnot, and it requires regulation. That's what I'm saying.
So that's all the news really.
The problem is, the thing is, social media, you should be able to put out whatever opinion you want. Okay, you should be able to put out whatever you want. Obviously, keep the dark web stuff to the dark web. Blood, gore, shit like that. But like, as far as like your own opinion, you should be able to put that out. Okay, and you shouldn't be censored for your beliefs. If you believe, now here's the thing: if you believe that the government is corrupt, you should be able to voice your opinion without being censored, like people are. Okay, because social media is not a news outlet. People need to stop using it as a news outlet.
I guess they share news over it, but also, like, how'd you say it? I think we're talking on two different like subjects, but on a similar point. I guess I'm not sure. But what I think as well with not just like social media, but I think they're like with corporations. With like news corporations like CNN, Fox News, they need to have some sort of antitrust, maybe some antitrust law for a corporation that stops the spread of misinformation or fear mongering or stuff like that. Because I remember in the beginning of the pandemic, we were all fear mongered to fear COVID-19.
Exactly, but you got to understand that was because of the government. That's what the government did. The government was the one that pushed it so hard. They pushed that COVID stuff really hard, in which I understand if it's a real thing. COVID was a real sickness, and I understand that because I've seen several people get sick from it. I was one of them, and I got sick from it. I mean, I wasn't nothing but a head cold, but I did. I've heard of people dying from it, but at the same time, it's the way that they handled it and how hard they hit with it, and how big of a deal they made of it. It's just there was a little too much. You know what I mean?
I think it's because the people did not have enough knowledge of COVID at the time, and that's why the whole world went into panic.
Yeah, and then the news media kind of just like took the whole boat and ran off with it.
That's the problem, man. That's why I don't listen to Fox nor CNN. I don't listen to any of that, man. I got to do my own research.
So
see, that's the
Don't
problem.
listen-
People don't understand. People don't understand that like that's the whole point. That's why social media is not a news outlet. You're supposed to go do your own research. And the fact that people are too lazy to do your own research and they just want to rely on what they see on like Facebook or Twitter, like you can't do that. And the fact that people, and now they're trying to regulate that because they see that people are believing what they see on social media. I just say let them believe it. I mean, that's just me.
That I don't believe in that either. I would say that's kind of that is restricting free speech.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
You shouldn't really regulate free speech unless if it's like, how did you say it? Like to an individual perspective, I don't think restricting free speech is a good idea. So
it's going to piss a lot of people off. A lot, almost. I'll say everybody then.
Well, yeah, because if they start restricting free speech in general, like in society, like we're gonna have a huge amount of problems. Like it's just
that's probably a civil war.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it's a civil war. It's just that people are just gonna divide themselves from the country, and then
and I
from
don't
their
think
current system, and then
it'll break a lot of relationships. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, I guess relationships with family and how things are dealt with. I guess. So
You'd be surprised on how seriously people take this shit. Because like half my family's Republican, half of them is Democrat, and I'm independent.
Right, independent. I don't associate with any of them. Like, nope.
It's always that's a good thing though, player, because it's always best to be centered. Because in the end of the day, use your brain to gather the information that you've gained from the end of the day, from what you've learned, and you think it over, and then you create your own opinion, and that's what everybody should be doing.
Right. And
that's the whole purpose of being independent. That's why I like preaching independence with this whole Striflix thing, because when you see the election parties talking about, getting electoral votes, and you see the independent category, that's where my brain kind of lies in. Some are Democrat, some are Republican. Just be for the people, man.
And see, for the longest time, I'll tell you this: with everybody, I told them I'm Republican. I'm hard, and you can even ask a player, ask Armani. But as of recently, I've stopped and I've listened to everybody's stories, everybody's opinions, right, and what they think. No, I will not identify as Democrat, never, nor will I ever do that. Okay, but I'm not gonna. I'm starting to rethink the idea of really identifying as a specific party to begin with, because if you think about it. Right, there are certain things in each party that you could solidly get behind, right?
Like you can agree with some parts of it and not agree.
Exactly.
For both.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone
that doesn't make you
everyone
a
has
person
their
of
own
that
mindset
party.
of what they want and what they what they need.
And like what
stuff
player
like that.
player was talking about and touching on was so in reality, when it comes to say it comes to a presidential election, right? Okay, I'm not going to go and vote, okay, he's Republican, I'm going to vote him. No, what you got to do is watch the political debates like they do and figure out which one meets your criteria. Like which one is going to benefit you the most, and that's who you vote for.
Yeah, I don't think because some people make it a big deal. I mean, I've met people that say, "Oh, are you a Democrat because you black, or are you a Republican, or what the hell are you?" I'm like, dude, no, Nick. I'm like, how are you gonna just profile me as a whole political party? Because what? Am I skin tone?
Yeah.
But I mean, and they're always shocked to hear that I'm independent. Shocked to hear.
You take the information and the resources from both sides, and you create your own opinion. That's how you are. Yeah.
That's what the rich and powerful. That's what the independent votes are. Those are the rich and powerful right there.
Also, a good quote. A good quote for you guys is that if you ever want to find a higher success in life, there was a good quote is that I learned from someone who was very successful, and I watched a video on it. It was a documentary, and he said one good quote here is that don't think that you can't afford it, but think how can you afford it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how are you going to go about getting it?
Yeah, like buying a new car. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, "Oh, I can't afford a Tesla." I mean, there's nothing stopping you from affording a Tesla. You just got to work your ass off. And how are you going to afford that Tesla in the end?
Yeah, or get a loan and get it paid.
It's a give and a take world.
Yeah,
you got to give to take. So
it's tit for tat.
Yeah.
Tat for tit.
You know, it's like
You want to get something, you got to
you're
give
working
something.
like a crappy 9 to 5, and you're saying, "Oh, I can't buy a house, I can't do this and that."
And
Just
SW,
how
that's
are
what
you
we
gonna be
call
able
an
to get that
investment.
Instead, don't think can't, think how. Change the
Invest
mindset.
in Bitcoin.
So,
Yeah, that's what you call an investment. You give and then you get back something. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and throw a quote out there that I heard, and Armani, I think I shared this one with you as well.
all right, one quote from Hagen. I'd love to hear it.
If you want to be able to spend without looking at your bank, learn how to work without looking at the clock.
Exactly, because if you don't,
But you got to enjoy what you do at that point.
That's a good one. I like that.
You got
Hold on.
It goes for a job that you like.
If you think about it, if you don't look at the clock and you enjoy what you're doing, time will fly past faster than what it usually does.
No, but the point behind that quote is not really like that. I mean, that can go along with it, but the way that quote actually hits is, if you're able to do something that you're working and you don't have to watch the clock, right? That means either you enjoy the job, you know, what you're doing, or you're working hard on that career that you're building, that you're not focused on that clock. And if the more and more, remember, the harder and longer you work on building what you want in your career, the more successful you will become.
Yep.
Exactly.
But if you sit there every day and you're like, man, when's it gonna get 5 o'clock? I want to go home, Mom. No, it's not how it's gonna work. You ain't gonna make nothing of yourself. You're gonna be stuck in that loop of an average American. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, that was kind of the
Average
mindset
American male.
that was the kind of mindset. That's kind of what made me want to become more of an
That's why they
independent
start to quit their job.
business manager as my sort of career. Is because when I owned the USR and the USW, you know, every single time I came home, and I remember, I think Aftermarket. I'm not sure if Aftermarket really remember this. So, and I think only Aftermarket genuinely remembers this. Is that every single time I came home, I hopped on all the way from 5 o'clock when I got home, all the way to 10 p.m. when my internet would shut off. I was always hanging out and doing stuff with that group, and I would never pay attention to the time. I'd eat when I was hungry, go to bed when the internet went off, and then rinse and repeat the next day after school.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Wasn't
exactly.
Wasn't I like part of y'all's group during this or no?
No, you weren't.
USW,
It was-
no, you weren't.
This is a minute ago. I think this is almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, so it was before I
Hagen and
joined
Skill was there, but you guys weren't as active during the USW part. I know Aftermarket was here.
Shit,
and
I
there.
know I
You
was. I was an
occasionally
OG.
joined. I never really saw you as an OG. I did hear your name because I remember you talked with Hagen much, but we never played much.
Well, remember,
Till-
me and Player
yeah.
came in at the same time. We both
Yeah, you
were on
came
that
at the
game.
same time.
We
So-
came in at the same time.
But you guys were doing
and-
your own thing apart from what I was doing. So
Yeah.
So how are we looking on topics now, y'all? How are we looking on topics right now?
Shit, we can keep
I
going.
have
I've been looked
zero
at the time
topics.
ever since. You've been dragging me in. I mean, Hagen does
Um,
a great quote, honestly.
Y'all,
True,
I mean,
man.
that was really good. We've got a lot of
'Cause-
really good conversations and yeah.
I mean, I got another one. There's also an issue with the laboring issues. You know that whole thing was going on, and now everybody got rehired, but people are wanting to quit again. There's a new study going on around that people are regretting quitting. During the Great Recession.
Oh no. What they're doing though is this is actually kind of pretty related to what you're saying right now. Have you heard of this? Okay, the Great Resignation. That's the period we're in. The Great Resignation. Everybody's quitting their jobs to follow their own career. Or
Which
follow
that's
their
what
own job.
people should be doing.
Not really. I mean,
Yes,
No.
that's what's going on right now.
there is economic downturn from it. I mean, people
Oh, yeah.
people are quitting their jobs
Like-
to follow their own career, but it's what I believe by the Great Recession is that we haven't even recovered from the 2008 Great Recession, I believe.
Well, see, here's the
From
thing.
what I
Well,
believe.
let me
We
tell you
haven't
this. I will
recovered
point
from
out
that.
this. I will point this out. You're right. Okay, we don't have a whole lot of help in a lot of our especially our smaller stores like Ingles and like grocery stores. We don't have a whole lot of help there nowadays because everybody's quitting to go and do something better with their lives, which is like yeah, good for them. But like now we're running out of people to be able to take those places to operate those businesses.
Yeah.
Because if we have everybody be like, an Elon Musk, right, then we'll have no more workers.
No,
everybody
the
will
people,
want everybody to work.
the younger untrained people who look, because there's always going to be different people. There's different sets of goals, different brains that's functioning on this planet. There's going to be people who like labor instead of having the easygoing, stable job. That
I mean, yeah, but I'm
people
just saying,
wanna
if everybody were to go that way, then we would have no workers.
Yeah,
Well-
yeah. Hypothetically, yeah.
Hypothetically, I could agree with that. I've seen like a hypothesis for that.
It's
in
just
my
the-
thinking.
It's just
So-
that you need to have. There needs to be a balance in the workforce. You know, you need your retail, you need your corporate, you
Hold
need
on.
your labor, blue collar, white collar, whatever the hell.
Yeah, wait, but you know, like trash can collect, you know, like garbage collectors, like nobody talks about that as a job. You know how much they make though? That's a
More
lot
than
of
fucking
money.
teachers. More than teachers.
Yeah, they make
I
a
like
lot of
I like
money.
how our parents tell us not to become like, if you don't go to college, you'll just become a garbage collector. But like, they may bank.
Right?
They
They
make
bank.
more than
Like,
most
like
teachers,
you tell us not to become a trash
Like, damn,
collector,
bro.
but like you said, if you got to go
They
to
make more than
college and
teachers.
shit to be a teacher, but you get more just being a trash collector.
Uh-huh.
You do.
So I mean, you got to deal with the labor and such, and the smell. But you know,
I mean, they got to pay them.
you
when
get
they
all
get
that
used
money.
to it.
Smell.
You
get
and
used
if
to
you want
it.
the money, that's a good job, and no wonder people are actually doing that job because you make good money from that. Nobody would do it if they wouldn't make
But
good
also,
money from
you
that.
gotta think about
So-
the fact, as trash collectors, some trash collectors do like dumpster diving to make a little extra cash, because people be throwing away whole guitars that you can just
Oh,
$20
yeah.
fix up and you can sell it for $400.
See, that's what I'm trying to do on the side, along with my film and everything. You know, just thrift and just resell stuff that I have lying around, and so I can always have money in my pocket.
That's good. It's good
Yes.
thinking.
Because I mean, I ain't trying to work too hard. I'm trying to do this film thing along with my boy HTHD and all of you Negroes, especially for the long run. Because I am not trying to deliver food for the rest of my life.
I'm not trying to customer service people with an insurance policy for the rest of my life either.
I mean, you can make quite a lot of money with that. So
Yes, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm just in training. I mean, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not my forte. All right, it's okay. It's like I enjoy working from home. Okay, but working on people's policies is not my favorite thing to do.
and then you gotta scam them into buying something. It's
Nope,
just
no. I'm not a seller. I do not sell. I do not sell at all.
He's a rep. He's a rep.
I'm a rep. I only
He's
help
gonna
people.
start selling.
I only
He's
help
a
people.
rep?
No, listen. I only help people with existing policies.
He's selling.
All right, and then then I can get licensed
Don't
to
let
help
him
people
lie
with
to you.
claims, but I do not sell, and I will not sell because they're commission based only. They don't get salary.
Don't let
Let's
him
see,
lie to you.
commission.
He sells.
Commission is
That is unfortunate.
commission is like a hit or miss.
It is. I mean, like if it hits, it's a really good fucking hit. But if it doesn't, you're screwed.
Yeah, see, you're gonna have your good days and bad days, and good months and bad months.
You gotta be skilled at selling something to work for commission, because I'm not sure if people know how commission works.
Yeah, you only get paid if you make a sale. Like it's as simple
Yeah,
as
you
that.
only get paid if you make a sale. There's no hourly budget, so if you sell 20 cars, you make a lot of money. If you sell no cars, you're broke. So
Exactly.
I mean, if you're selling 20 cars, like maybe like a week or like in a few days, I think you probably
hella
deserve
rich.
a raise at that point.
Yeah. No, they would have to pay you pretty good for that one, because
Oh yeah.
hell, if I was working as a
I mean, yeah, it also depends on the dealership, because if you work for like like for example, like Ford or something, their cars, or like Dodge, maybe Chevy, maybe
Yeah,
a
but
supercar company.
See, but the people that work in dealerships though, like people who work in like those name brand dealerships, I'm sure they get paid a salary plus commission.
Yeah, salary.
that's-
Yeah,
I mean, that makes sense.
because like used car lots, those are mainly probably commission.
Yeah.
Because those are not name brand, chain marketing right there. It's just an owned business,
Yeah.
which is why they make a lot of money. The CEOs or the owners of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
All right. Well, that was a pretty good one right there.
How long have we been talking for?
What else we got? Is that it? We're gonna wrap that up for tonight.
How long we been streaming for? I forgot.
What time is it? We actually kind of started at our originally scheduled time. So we've been streaming for about 40 minutes.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Wait, 40
minutes?
minutes?
I'm sorry, no, not 40 minutes. We've been streaming for an hour and 8 minutes.
Okay.
Where's
All right.
Jesse?
I'll tell you what. We can end at 11:50. An hour and 20 minutes. That should be a good time.
All right.
I would say 12, but I gotta do something. Kind of late doing it, but it's okay. I need to do the stream.
Time zone, I got so confused because right now for me it's 12:38.
It's 12:38 for you right now.
Yeah, a.m.
Okay, so it'll be 12. I mean, it'll be 12:50 for you. It'll be 11:50 for us.
Yeah.
Dark, did you make sure you set your clocks properly? Because I'm be a little bit surprised. You're 4 hours ahead. So
yeah.
I
mean,
don't think you say your thing properly.
Yeah, I don't think you
say
your clocks
then
properly.
he's an hour ahead.
I forgot.
Because
My
it is
computer got
11:39.
My computer restarted. Yeah, it's 11:39 for me.
Yeah.
I'm retarded.
I believe you're only 4 hours ahead in when you're in Newfoundland, which only is in Canada. So,
It's
you want to
11:39.
reveal you're
I
in
forgot,
Canada?
me and some of them.
It's time for him to reveal to us that he's been in Canada this entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been in Russia the whole
I've
time.
been slowly coming to your house.
He's been
Remember
in
the
Jada Pickens
helicopter?
Snatch the whole time.
Newfoundland has like a 4 hour ahead.
Oh man,
because
these
it's
cars
like
are doing
all
some
the way
weird
on the
moves
side.
on stream, aren't they?
Wolf, remember the helicopter? Remember what I
cars?
said? I will crash that mini helicopter into your house. I told you I would do it.
I will crash it into your house. Okay.
Is this what we're? Do we have any more topics?
Yeah, come on, guys. We got 10 minutes left.
10 minutes.
I have 0 topics.
Sorry about that,
Kill
Jesse.
video.
Jesse, she'll be on soon. She said she's got to do a little bit more stuff.
Yeah, I
so-
know. I know.
All right,
I know.
so I will say this: next stream, I think what I want to do is I want to try to maybe touch on try to back off of politics a little bit, and maybe try to find some topics relating to maybe the digital world, like say like video games,
The metaverse.
stuff like that.
Ooh,
that
that's
could
a
work
good
too.
one.
That could work too.
You know what? That just reminded me. Facebook versus Meta. Y'all agree on the name change?
What? Huh?
I think Facebook sounds better.
Yeah, because what the hell is a Meta? It sounds like beta to me.
Facebook versus Meta. Okay.
Meta.
Beta bitch.
Isn't it meta?
Yeah, Meta.
It's pronounced meta, dummy.
It's better.
You're
Better?
better.
You're a bet.
Facebook is
versus
basically
Mega.
for old people.
Facebook is for
Is that
beta
why you're
people.
on there?
I have a Facebook, but I do not use it.
I also have a Facebook.
I also have Facebook, so I do not
Facebook.
use it. I think everybody has a Facebook, but they don't use it here.
use it.
So
I use it.
I use mine like twice
don't
a
have
year,
a
and that's
Facebook.
Facebook Live at Hagen, we all know.
I don't Facebook Live. No, I don't do that.
He full of shit.
Come on,
My
Hagen,
shit's
we all
pure.
know.
Turns out he streamed on YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Hey, look, my shit's pure. Hey, no, I gotta pay a subscription to do that shit. I ain't got the money for that.
Damn, you actually have to? Bro, that's crazy.
If you want to stream to multiple platforms at once, you gotta pay a subscription, especially when you're
Oh,
using
no, you-
Streamlabs OBS.
No.
Not,
Guess
not
what?
with Streamlabs
Guess
OBS,
what else you can
use
do?
Other programs.
Guess what else you can do?
You could.
What?
Stream on Twitch with OBS. Open up YouTube on Chrome and just hit the Go Live button and stream from the Chromebook.
Yeah, you know
Stream
what else
from
you can do?
Chrome.
Yeah, I know you could do that too. You could.
You know what else you can do?
What?
You can pull the trigger.
Just pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger. Just KYS.
End it all.
All the above.
Goodbye.
Schizophrenia.
No one saw that.
Yep.
Fuck the
Oh,
old.
you saw something.
What the fuck?
I just wish that the whole Meta thing was so
The
hyped
gun
up for
YouTube is
nothing.
gonna do, but block us? No, it's a BB gun.
Oh,
It's
safety's
not-
on. I should not turn off safety.
Yeah.
I should not
BB
turn
gun,
off
y'all.
the safety.
So, do you think that Google or Facebook? Do you think Google will take over Facebook eventually?
Eventually, yes.
Microsoft.
They're gonna
will.
take
Google
over
needs
everything.
Google needs regulations.
We're gonna
But
take
if,
over Mark
if
Zuckerberg.
Google takes
Microsoft
Facebook,
is watching a really
Okay.
thin line right now as well.
if
so-
Google takes Facebook and nobody does to stop them, then, ladies and gentlemen, grab your grab your what's it called again? Your torches and pitchforks, and we're gonna go at it. You know what I mean? We're gonna stop the government because they can't stop a monopoly. So, because they can't regulate the market to stop a monopoly. So
man, I remember
that would create a monopoly. It would definitely create a monopoly if they got Facebook. So
who remembers back when Google was just so simple? It's just a simple search engine and a email, and that was about
YouTube, and that was about it. That's all it was.
Nowadays, it's all this freaking bullshit that goes on.
Army of the people will declare war on Google.
I would gladly.
We don't like monopolies here. Remember the 1800s? Slaps them in the face.
They didn't want to play Monopoly.
A game about the Civil War.
Let's play a game about Monopoly, Google.
Play a game about the Civil War. What do you do?
You're not supposed to buy Facebook again. Slaps them in the face.
All right, so what time we got? We're
Goggle.
at, let's see, we're at 4, we got 6 more minutes to wrap up the stream. Do we have any more topics we've got on? We're gonna go ahead and hit today.
Yes, your mother.
My mom is not worth being a topic right now. Okay,
Is your mom hot?
Okay, your mom for 6 minutes.
Not a topic.
We vote Hagen's mom for 6 minutes.
Hey, listen, it's a yes or no question, okay?
He is not going to answer that. You know that.
Do you know how wrong that is on so many levels?
Right?
Especially if you say no. It's like saying, "Oh, she's ugly as fuck," or saying yes. It's like,
Right?
okay, well,
So you're
now
screwed
what,
either
what do
way.
you think I look at my mom like that?
Player,
No.
is your mom hot?
Oh my god. You know what? Stop talking about each other's moms, okay?
My mom.
My mom, okay?
My mom.
Mom, get out of my room. I'm trying to play Minecraft.
Get the fuck out of my room. I'm trying to play Minecraft.
Get the fuck out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
That was low-key Hagen at 12.
I'm not even gonna. No.
Get the fuck out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft.
All right, guys, before we go, I just want to let y'all know, shout out to everybody over here. Be sure to subscribe to every one of them. They all have YouTube channels, supposedly.
Yeah,
SW is lacking.
He's got a channel. We got to teach him how to edit his videos, though, because he's going to keep trying to post videos without editing them.
Get him to use like the simple
also
video
don't
editor
post
from
videos
Windows.
without
It's
editing
so
them.
simple, Hagen.
I
It's
also
so
don't edit my videos.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
you're
guys
fired.
try.
I need
Okay,
to
for your
learn.
goal
Okay.
for your next video, all right? Let's try. I'll get people.
Hey, we'll talk
in,
about
you
that
can
after
get a
stream.
chat
Okay,
for
hey,
an editing
Wolf.
session.
We'll talk about that after stream when it comes to him editing videos and stuff. But I do want to go ahead and put some information out there, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, Hagen.
So again, like I said, Jesse, he just got a new channel. I'm gonna have a new video up here very shortly. It's actually a video that's been long overdue on my channel. I think Player's almost got his out already, but mine has been very long overdue, and his has been also as well. But we've got a Helen trip that we went to.
Yeah, that'll be coming out pretty soon. Mine is just in the archive. It's done. It's the thumbnail's been updated and everything. Credit to EJ, by the way. That's going to be released as soon as we possibly can. We just need Hagen to finish up his version, and we should be good.
It's on the timeline. Yeah, my version of the video is on the timeline. It's ready to be edited, and once I finish, adding some extra spice to the video, it will be ready to come out. I just wanted to go ahead and get that out there. I mean, y'all already knew the video was coming out from previous videos, but I wanted to go ahead and give y'all an update because I know y'all haven't heard anything about it since the last time we mentioned it. So.
Yeah, and also stay tuned for Bloxburg Life. We have yet to make the part 3 of my version of part 3 of the whole vacation kind of sub series. We're gonna need a little bit more help with the actors. We're gonna need some more people.
Yep.
So be sure to hit us up, subscribe, message us, do whatever you got to do if you're gonna be part of it.
Yeah, and eventually I'll remember to put our channels in the associated channels list, so y'all can find it easily. But my channel is HTHD. His channel is Player PLYR. You may have to. I will go ahead and let y'all know. I'm not gonna front.
You have to put in the channels. You have to put on. Yep. You have to go in the channels category because
make sure you filter the channels. Exactly. Make sure you filter the channels.
I should be the top. At least top 3 results. Because there's not a lot of people named me.
If I can remember, I'll go ahead and throw them in the description. I might just go ahead and do that real quickly after we end the stream. Because I know it's really difficult to find the channels right now. I'll go ahead and throw them in the description when we end this live.
I have one more thing, Hagen.
What you got?
I have an idea for something for our channels. As if we make a group channel or for the Striflix, I'm not sure. Like, if we can film things as a group, I have a great idea for like GTA games and stuff like that. You could make like a machinima or something like that, you know? There's so many ideas for that.
Yeah.
Is that the purpose for UDR or isn't that? I mean, because we can create a UDR whole thing, and I mean, Striflix and UDR can partner up.
Yeah.
Because
we could just make it Striflix. So I mean, you've already got the channel. It could be a group channel that we make, but not like individually as content. We make like a machinima show for that channel.
Well, anyway, like I said, I just want to go.
We'll talk more after you're done closing up. So.
You're done. You're done.
What?
You're done.
I'm gonna give you some flack on Twitter for that.
You're canceled. Hagen is canceled.
We're all canceled.
Canceled.
Bye, Hagen.
I don't have Twitter. You can't cancel me.
You're canceled. Your Discord is canceled. All right. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the live stream. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say my piece. Everybody else say yours as well. We'll be back next Tuesday with more topics. We're gonna try to steer away from the politics and steer clear. And try to steer more towards something a little bit more modern and,
be nice, be happy,
and not boring.
Live to the fullest. Don't be like them Tesla drivers.
So yeah, but anyway, I hope y'all have a great night, and we'll see y'all next podcast.
Have a good night, everybody.
Peace out, guys.
Considered improvised.
We should all sound off one by one. Sound off one by
I know
one.
your next topic should be.
No.
The Boston Massacre.
What?
What?
Yeah. It was
Boston
a tidal
Massacre.
wave,